All praises to Yahawah, Ba'asham Yahawah Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. And this is going to be a video, hopefully giving some understanding into how Esau is not in control of what he is doing, man. Right? Esau is not in control of what's going on with him on this earth right now. He's not in control of it. Right? Yahawah is controlling him through his left-hand side. And I'm just going to read something in the scriptures to show why I'm saying this. All right, this is 1 Kings chapter 22 and verse 19. And he said, "Hear thou therefore the words of Yahawah. I saw Yahawah sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand side and on his left hand side." Now, the way how we, the Hebrew Israelites, take the right hand side to mean is all things that are in regardance to righteousness. Now, part of the reason why we come up with that idea is obviously because when it speaks on where Yahawah Shai is sitting, in relation to where Yahawah is in the heavenly realm, he is on the right hand side of Yahawah, right? So therefore, anything else on the right hand side of Yahawah would also be in the side of righteousness. And we know that Yahawah deals with balance. A false balance is an abomination unto the Lord. Yahawah made good and he made evil. So therefore, the things on the left hand side, according to the way how we, through what we believe the Holy Spirit revealed to us, tells us, is that the things on the left hand side are dealing with unrighteousness, right? And in this vision, right, this particular prophet, I can't remember exactly the name, he saw the heavenly angels, the heavenly host of heaven, sitting on the right hand, standing on the right hand side of Yahawah and on the left hand side of Yahawah, right? Verse 20. And Yahawah said, "Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead?" And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. Now, some people in their arrogance and in their pride will think that, oh, this is just a unique case in terms of this, right? But what I personally believe, this is my personal opinion now, is that this kind of thing takes place for everything, right? Everything that ever takes place on earth, this takes place. And the counsels will be of different lengths, right? Because time is not something that Yahawah understands the way how we do anyway, right? But how before everything takes place on earth, it takes place in the heavenly realm first. And that's why we have had prophets among Israel, and prophets have been able to say, "And it shall come to pass," meaning it has to happen first. It has to happen for it to no longer be needed to happen. Once it happens, it's no longer pending, right? Once these things took place, it's no longer waiting to happen anymore. The Israelites going through the blessings and the curse was one of those things, right? Verse 21, and there came forth a spirit and stood before Yahawah and said, "I will persuade him," right? So many different people, the end destination was chosen by Yahawah. Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? That was the objective, for Ahab to fall at Ramoth Gilead. So the destination was set, and the person that was supposed to fall at that location was set. Now, if we apply this to Esau, right, who's going to go and persuade Esau that he can go over to the Americas, find the northern kingdom, destroy and pillage their land, then go and find the southern kingdom and drag their ass over to America as well and make both tribes go in captivity? Who's going to persuade him to do that? And then when he's finished doing that, who's going to make him tell him, get over it? Then who's going to make him go and make the MOTB and try and, in his madness, think that this is the only way to control the world and be able to set his kingdom? Because on the left-hand side, that would be the only way that he would be able to conquer the world. That left-hand side plan that Esau's got by putting the MOTB and everyone, that would be the only way. This AI world that he wants to make, that literally is the only way that he would be able to rule, because Yahawah made that be the only way. And therefore, he had no choice but to do exactly what is written of him to do in the scriptures. Revelation 13 and verse 16, he had no choice, right? Esau is not in control of what he's doing. Yahawah's in control. He gave Esau one way to be able to get the kind of kingdom that he wants. Only one choice, right? And Esau is using demons that Yahawah made to perform that work. Because when you consider some of these things that Esau does, some of these crafty ass plans, you're like, raw, this man's a demon, and he is a demon. But he got his information from demons. When you consider some of the things that he made, evil spirits told him to make them things. He ain't just smart like that. Demons made him come up with these ideas. Just like how sometimes when we've read the scriptures and be like, raw. I just got a thought right there. This is in the scriptures. You'll be reading the scriptures again, you'll be like, raw. This is in the scriptures because the right hand side is dealing with us when we read the scriptures. When Esau's moving around in this earth, the left hand side's dealing with him. He'll be like, he'll see some rocks and some things and that together, and he'll be like, raw, I can turn this into a weapon. And he'll do that. He'll see some herbs and be like, wow, if I take this part out of this herb and this part out of that herb, I can make a so-called treatment that doesn't really heal the people, but it's just enough to keep them alive to the point where they need me to come and do it again. And that's how he views things on the earth. When he views things on the earth, he's looking at it from how he can draw the left hand out of it. When we look at things on the earth as Israelites, especially of those hoping to be of the elect, we're thinking, how can we draw the right hand side out of it? Because nothing that Yahawah made, and there's one elder that says that, man, that there's nothing in the earth really that is actually wicked, right? But a man can do wickedness with him, and several of the apostles and brothers and elders, they say this too, and it's true, right? Verse 22, and Yahawah said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth and be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also, go forth and do so. But could that angel have did anything outside of persuading Ahab that he may fall at Ramoth Gilead? No. Neither can the demons and the spirits that's goal is to try and get Esau to ultimately destroy the whole earth in terms of making it not be able to bring out its fruit of righteousness in there, to destroy the Israelite. When you read Revelation 6, right, and it speaks about the different horses, the red, the black, the plagues and all of that, to giving a, you know what, let me get it. Let me get it, man. I think it's 6 and 4, the red horse, right? Revelation chapter 6 and verse 4, and they went out another horse that was red, and power was given him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Now, where did he get the power from? Ultimately, Yahawah, right? But from which side of Yahawah? From Yahawah's right hand or from Yahawah's left hand? And this is one thing that you nations don't understand, man. We know Yahawah for his real name, right? But when you it's kind of like this, man. Let me see if I can use it more earthly way to explain it to explain it, man. It's like if a man has got 5 women, right? He's got 5 women in 5 different cities, and one woman that he really cares about, he tells her his real name, right? And he tells her his real address. He tells her what he really does for a living. He tells her she knows where his mom lives. She knows his family. She comes over for dinner. They come to her house. She comes to theirs. You know what I mean? He treats her right. He actually really deals with her like she's a wife, right? And then there'll be another woman that he just shows up. I'm in town. Where are you? You know what I mean? And just deals with how he wants and bounces. Don't even slides out the bed while she's still asleep in it, or doesn't even sleep the night, man. That's how you heathens have experienced Yahawah on his left hand side. He ain't dealing with you the real way. He ain't told you his real name, right? He ain't made you understand his real ways, what really is pleasing unto him. He don't care. He don't care to make you know what pleases him, because he don't deal with you like that. But with the Israelites, he does deal with them like that. He told the Israelites how to please him because he wants them around him forever. Yahawah loves the Israelites so much that once the new covenant is established, every single Israelite forever will be able to praise Yahawah Ba'asham Yahawah Shai. Every single one that's going to always be made. There's a number called, I believe it's called Googleplex. And I think it's got like 100 zeros. Israelites eventually, all of us as Israelites, whether we're of the elect or not, every single one of us eventually is going to reach that age. Do you know how ridiculous that is? That eventually our ages are going to reach a number that has 100 zeros in there. And then it's going to reach a number that's got 101 zeros in there. To the point where time is going to be something that we don't look at the same way as other people. And this is why Esau hates our guts, because he still thinks that there was ever going to be a situation where it was written in the reality of this world that, as it is written, Jacob have I hated and Esau have I loved. No. Now, luckily for us, that's not the case, because we're Jacob. It says Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. But Esau is still hurt by that, and rightly so. It is hurtful for him to understand that he's going to get destroyed. But if we ain't Esau, Oops, rather you than me. Yeah, rather you than me, man. I'm glad I'm not Edomite, man. I'm glad I'm not no Esau, no Idumean, no Amalek, right? Esau gets his power from the left. Verse 4 again, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that he should kill one, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. He was given that power, right? He was given that power, man. He was given the power. Let me go verse 8, in fact. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death and Hell. And his name that sat on him was Death and Hell, and was death, and hell followed him, and power was given unto them from the four parts of the earth, over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. He was given power to just do a madness. But where did he get the power from, though? Ultimately from Yahawah, but from Yahawah on the left-hand side through the demons that Yahawah is using to persuade Esau. Right now, again, people are going to say, oh, what's this guy talk? Some people that don't know the scriptures are going to say, what's this guy talking about? But we know the scriptures, man. And not because we're no skilled, gifted people ourselves, man. Because some of us might have been in colleges, in university, and we all went to school in the school system. And when we was in the school systems, some of us might have not even cared to study. Some of us might have thought it's cool to not even study. And then in college, some of them might have been like, okay, I'll go to college, but I don't really care what grade I got. I'm going to do enough to pass. And then at university, similar things. But when it came to this, we bought books when we never used to buy books before. You might have bought a library card when you never used to have a library card. You might have took books out from the library that you never bought. You might have bought books on Amazon, went to places to find different books, man. Studied documentaries, read, and lost track of time with how much you're reading. You start reading when the sun's up, and by the time you finish, the sun's down. You start reading on the first and learning and studying on the first, and by the time you finish studying, it's the second. And then you just fall asleep, wake up, and you're back to it again. And Yahawah would then put you in the situation where you're allowed more time to study more, because it says in the scriptures clear that wisdom comes from times of leisure. So Yahawah gives people the free time to learn and study, so that the 24 hours that a person that's of the elect, hopeful elect, will have in a day would not be used the same way as a person that's of the world in a day. Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge have perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, and thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to pull it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand thou with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou mayest be able to prevail. If so be thou shalt be able to prevail. If so be thou mayest if so be thou mayest prevail. If so, let me select it, man. If so be thou shalt be able to profit. If so be thou mayest prevail. Right? Thou art wearied in the multitude of their counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Meaning that, okay, now that the demons that I've made, that Yahawah's made, are no longer helping you, let's see if you're able to find a way out using the same techniques that you used before. Now that Yahawah's drawn his left hand away to stop aiding Esau to do the things that he's ultimately been doing, now what's he going to do? Now that Yahawah's decided to make them demons turn back and return and not be able to help Esau and give him the left hand plans to do these things, right? Because best believe that the left hand helped Esau make the ICBM. It helped him make the gun. It helped him make the tank. It helped him make the jet, the fighter jet. It helped him make the helicopter. It helped him make all these things it helped him make the internet, Wi-Fi, 5G, all these different things, man. These things that cause damage, really. A lot of these things that, they help, you can use them, but they also damage, right? It helped him make the GMOs and all these different things. It helped him make these things. It helped him be able to make the MOTB that goes on either the head or the hand. It made him understand techniques to destroy things financially. Them spirits were used for all of that. These are not Esau's ideas. He got them from the spiritual realm, from the left hand side. And these same things are gonna be the root of why he's gonna die, man. He's gonna get destroyed by his own thing that he thought was gonna help him. Verse 13, thou art weird in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Now, let me go to this. Because the scriptures is clear. It says, don't bring death unto yourself by the works of your hands. But Esau brought death unto himself with the works of his hands. He didn't business, right? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 and verse 12. Seek not death in the era of your life, and pour not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands. For God made not death, neither hath he pleasure in the destruction of the living. For he created all things that they might have their being, and the generations of the world were healthful, and there is no poison of destruction in them, nor the kingdom of death upon the earth. But Esau has made the kingdom of death upon the earth. His kingdom right now, man, this kingdom is death, man. Everyone down here has got something wrong with them, whether it be physically, whether it be mentally. No one has left this world unscathed, man. We ain't right, bro. This world is not righteous. And if you think that you're okay down here, you ain't, man. Ain't none of us okay down here. This world has been traumatizing, bro. And the real proof on how traumatizing this world is to live in is going to be when we see what the kingdom of heaven's like. That first day, you might just cry the whole day, man. You might just be like, what the hell kind of thing is this? Like there's one comedy skit with Arsenio Hall that he did with Dave Chappelle. And he was at like a party, right? And he was eating wine and cheese. And then he got angry with how good the cheese was. And he went over to some Edomite and smacked him in his mouth and was like, man, this is some good ass cheese. How come you didn't tell me how good the cheese was? Well, that's how we're going to feel in the kingdom, man. Man, this is a good ass, beautiful earth. How the hell comes you Edomites was destroying it so much, man? Making the earth be so horrible. We're going to be angry with that. Verse 15, for righteousness is immortal, but ungodly men with their works and words call it to them. What did they call to them? Death. They called death to them with their works and words, with their spells, with the witchcraft, wickedry that they was doing, man. They called death to them. They wanted death to be their friend, right? And it says it right there. For when they had thought to have it their friend, they thought, oh, we understand death. Yeah, we got it on lockdown. Like they got this proud demon, man, one proud Edomite, man, that he said we can make Yahawah as angry as we want now in the world. And he can't do nothing about it because we can make our own clouds. We can make our own water. We can make our own this. We can make our own that. They think we understand the earth now. We understand death. So we can control death. Or we understand how death works. So if we can take our personality and upload it onto a computer, we can get around death. Or we know how to control the human body so that it don't die. We can extend its life. We understand death now. They think that death's their friend, that they can control it. That's how they actually think. But the left hand is what made them think that they can do this. The left hand is a demon, man. The left hand will trick your ass, right? The left hand will make you think that it's worth worshipping. And most of the people in this world right now that are friends of the left hand or think they're friends of the left hand, right? But they think that the left hand's their friend when it's not. The left hand ain't no one's friend. The left-hand side doing wickedness ain't no one's friend. It destroys everyone that calls onto it. But believing in Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahawashi don't destroy nobody, right? Look at the generations of old and see, did any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or who did he ever despise that called upon him? No one. But death destroys all of those that try and call upon it, man. The left-hand side is going to destroy Esau and good. That's what he deserves, man. For even daring to think that he could come up against Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahawashi. For when they thought to have it their friend, they consumed to naught and made a covenant with it. So they've made a covenant with death because they are worthy to take part in it. They're worthy to be destroyed by this, man. This is the destination that they was made to receive, man. The man that made a covenant with death, Esau, right? He thinks he understands it now. He thinks, oh, I've got control over this. I know how to maneuver this, and he don't know how to maneuver it, right? For the ungodly said, reason with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and as a little spark in the moving of our heart. Now I want to jump down to this particular point, man. Verse 11. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. And that's why they don't trust in the Lord. They trust in the strap, man. They don't play around with, they don't believe in no gods, really, right? And that's why Yahawah Shai is going to come back to take them down with force, because that's the only thing that they understand. And it says they're going to be scared and yet durst fight. But yet they're going to be taken down by what they think, that they understand, that they thought they had mastered. Oh, they think we've mastered the unaliving process. But they're going to find out that they didn't even scratch the surface on that realm. They're going to find out that the right-hand side is way stronger than the left. That's what they're going to find out, man. That Yahawah Shai's right hand is so much stronger than his left. To the point where he had to hide the usage of that. He had to not use his right hand that much. You know what I mean? It's like Yahawah was just showing people his left jab on this earth for the longest time. And then now he's going to bring that right cross, which is Yahawah Shai, and shake the whole earth up, man. Everyone's reality is going to be changed once they see Yahawah Shai. That's how heavy Yahawah Shai is in the spirit in general of this process of the creation of the earth, man. That him being shown to the earth is going to change everyone's reality. Like there's been many things that have been made in this earth. Oh, a virtual reality headset. Oh, okay, that's cool. A smart TVs. All right, that's cool. Yeah, that's kind of changed how people do things. Oh, AI. All right, that all right. But Yahawah Shai is above all of that. It's going to change the whole meaning of what people understand why we're even on the earth in general. And Esau's left-hand things that he's been trying, that he got from demons, I'm going to say it again, that have been persuading him and telling him things, right, and making him keep carrying on with his process, that is going to end up being the cause of his demise, man. Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 24. Man's goings out of Yahawah, how can a man then understand his own way? Esau don't really understand what he's doing. He thinks he understands, but he don't really understand. He doesn't really know what he's doing, man. When he actually sees what the left-hand side produces with them ICBMs, it's going to even scare him. You understand? It's going to even scare him that he thought he knew about it. He thought, yeah, I understand death. I'm as death. I'm one as death. I've became as death. You know what I mean? He thinks that. But he ain't even ready for what the left-hand side is going to produce. He's going to be scared of that. And then not only that, he's going to be scared of what the right hand shows. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 13, and in fact verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell upon, and the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, which is talking about the ICBMs, because when you look at those getting shot off, it looks like stars. When you see rockets getting shot, it looks like stars, but how they look, especially how they look small from afar. When you see how they travel and the light shining off them, it looks like stars. Even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, that's how fast they're going to be dropping, right? When she is shaken of a mighty wind, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, the mushroom cloud, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places, and the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. So they were shook. When they saw what the left-hand side could do, they got shook, man. They're going to be scared when they see what the left hand does. Because it's Yahawah's left hand, really, but they don't know it, though. They think that the things that they think that Satan is outside of the realm of Yahawah, and they've got this whole bugged out doctrine where they believe that there's a God above Yahawah, and Yahawah's trying to stop us from knowing that he ain't the ultimate. But who put that idea in their head? Yahawah put that there. Yahawah made these lunatic Edomites believe that, oh yeah, Yahawah's the boss of this earthly realm here, but there's another realm outside of this that Yahawah ain't the only one, and that's what we need to get to. So that's why that's what they actually think, man. It's crazy when you understand what these people think. They're crazy. Like Jacob and Esau are so unalike, it's amazing. Because when we see something that we don't understand, we'll say Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawah Shai. When they see something that they don't understand, let me draw out what's going on. Give me a pen and paper. I'll figure this out. And they never figure it out. They just end up getting some left-hand spirit that approaches them in the spiritual realm first, whispering in their ear, bugging them out to draw out the left-hand side of understanding from those things. Because Esau doesn't get the right-hand side of understanding of things. That's not what he was made for. That's what we're going to do. And in this earth, all the things that Esau gave his understanding of, oh, apes do this, gorillas do that. This is a gorilla's habitat. This is how many bones we have in the body. This is how much this is how much that. We're going to have to go over in that 1,000 years of the kingdom of heaven and review all of that stuff, man. We're going to have to go back over in the kingdom of heaven and be like, is it true though? Like, is that true though? You know what I mean? Is this animal really a herbivore? Or did Esau do something to it? Is this animal really a carnivore? Or is this, because lions are supposedly carnivores, right? They're not going to be in the kingdom of heaven, apparently, when you read the prophecies. Lions are not going to be carnivores in the kingdom of heaven. So why are they carnivores in Esau's kingdom? What did Esau, how did Esau change how they are? And it says it in the scriptures. Lions are not going to be carnivores in the kingdom. If I'm not mistaken. You know what, man? You know what? That's a big claim to make without getting the scripture on that, man. So let me go. Yeah, let me go, man. Where is that? This is Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 6. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard also shall lie with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and the child and the little child shall lead them, and the cow and the bear shall feed. Their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. Herbivores, mate. Yeah, I weren't capping. You know what I mean? I know one of you whack Christians out there would have been hoping. That's not true, mate. The lion shall eat straw like the ox. It's going to be a herbivore, mate. So we're going to, in our kingdom, in that 1,000 years, man, and beyond that, review all the things that Esau told us. Oh, the penguin does this, the beaver does that. Well, is it going to be in our kingdom? That's what the beaver did in your kingdom. That's how these animals acted in your kingdom because you bugged them out. Without you rule the earth. In our kingdom, the lion's going to eat straw like the ox. You understand? Lions going to be eating straw. They're going to be herbivores, mate. They ain't going to be carnivores. That's what it says. So am I lying, or is that in the scriptures? Because I know you whack Christians out there, you want to think that you're so high IQ'd above everyone else and that you decide what's in the scriptures. Now you don't, man. We decide what's in the scripture. We're the ones to bring it out. Your doctrine that you've made according to Christianity is a left-hand doctrine that ultimately is trying to save Esau. It's not even to try and make Jacob get his kingdom. It's to try and save Edomites. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 16, and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For great is the day of his wrath, for the great day of his wrath is to come, and who shall be able to stand? And that scripture right there, that prophecy right there, yeah, lets you know that the end of World War III, which is the ICBMs getting shot off, because that's what's going to end World War III. If you understand what World War III has been continually getting spoken about, what would end, what it would be like, that ICBMs being shot off is the end of World War III, right? And the beginning of Yahawah, right? For Esau is the end of the world, the end of this particular current kingdom and age. And Jacob, and who's the top one from Jacob? Yahawah. And Jacob is, you know what? Let me get that scripture, man. Let me get that scripture. And even the things that we say come from Yahawah. 2 chapter 6 and verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world. Esau is going to end his own world. Esau is going to end his own kingdom, right? And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Esau is going to be at the rule at the end of the world, and he's going to end his own world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. After them ICBMs get shot off, Yahawah is showing up. That's what we believe. That's what I believe. Right? I ain't even going to say we for this. That's what I believe. I believe that the ICBMs getting shot off in World War III is going to cause for a miracle, what the world will call a miracle, to happen. Yahawah showing himself to the earth, man. And in all different types of TV shows, anime, all different kind of things, man. Everyone's been wanting to see UFOs, man. That's something that the world desires to really get understanding. If these things exist, they're going to see it one day. And when they see it, it's going to change our reality that we have now. Like old cars and fighter jets and aircraft carriers are the most advanced travel. No, people are going to see something else. All the things that Esau has ever designed or thought about, we're going to have to go over those and review them, man. The kingdom of where under our rulership, beginning with Yahawah, then the 12, King David, all the hierarchy as it goes, right? The way how it's going to be in our kingdom, we're going to have to re-go over all of that. We might find out that, well, we're going to find out the way our Israelites' anatomy is going to be ain't even going to be the same as a heathen. Their heart and how their heart beats and all that, that's not going to be the same as our thing. Our thing's going to be completely different to theirs. Their biology, how they breathe, their natural resting heart rate, and our natural resting heart rate is going to be different, and even theirs is going to be different. Because for example, right, the average resting heart rate, I believe, is like 60 to 80 beats. But in the kingdom, people are going to be healthier, so surely their hearts are going to be more efficient. So the resting heart rates on average will change. You know what I mean? Them things will change, man. The breathing rate, the average height for this nation or that nation, all these things are going to change. The average life expectancy, all of these things are going to change, man, in our kingdom. And that's why there's so much when it comes to the process of the kingdom, and there's so much to think about, man. There's so much honor and so much glory, and this is what Esau is trying to make us not think about, and try and get us to want to rather take the MOTB. But when you have all of these things to think about, the MOTB is nothing, man. The MOT ain't better than a man having 1,000 grandchildren that all respect him and know that he got beamed up in that day and was prepared to refuse the MOTB, even to the unalivement of getting his head removed. And then them 1,000 grandsons, them million grandsons have 1,000,000 sons. So then that's 1,000,000 great grandsons too. To the point where you've now got 1,000,000 sons, 1,000,000 grandsons, and 1,000,000 great grandsons. So how big is your nation as you as an individual? Just by the men only, 3,000,001. You, the grandsons, the sons, the great grandsons, that's 3,000,001. Then when you involve all the daughters too that a man would have in that time, then his nation at that particular time might be 5 million, 6, 7 million, and continually growing every time any one of his descendants have a child with one of their wives, or whenever he has another child with his wives. And then the sons as they're born, they become their own nation as well. Because Israel, which you Christians, again, you don't know nothing about this, man. You don't know nothing about this kind of stuff, right? Israel is a nation within a nation. Genesis chapter 35 and verse 11. And God said unto him, I am God Almighty, I am Yahawah Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and the company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. Israel is a nation within a nation. Every single Israelite man is a nation. The tribe of Benjamin is a nation. The tribe of Judah, Gad, all of the tribes, and then every single individual that's come out of that is a tribe, is a nation themselves. And it's going to be shown truly that that's the case in the kingdom of heaven, because some men might have died before they had any children. But what about when these men are immortal? Their nation, which is themselves, plus the nation that they come from, which is Israel, plus the other nation that they come from, which would be their father, plus that nation, going back to one of the 12 tribes of Israel. And this might sound confusing for some people, but for people that are Israelites that are hoping to be able to elect, this stuff's not confusing. It's just another thing that adds on to the things that we already believe, man, that we already really know. We already know that we're a nation as a man. But our nation at the moment is weak. But our nation in general is not weak, because it's got Yahawah that's still getting ready to show himself to the earth. And it's just mad, man. Like this whole thing on the scriptures, man, is heavy, man. And the understanding that Esau is being deceived by spirits is heavy too. But he doesn't understand that. He actually thinks that these are my ideas, when no, it's not. It's not his ideas, but the way how Yahawah's tricked and deceived him has been to make him think that it's his ideas, man. And on that, I'm going to end the lesson. All praises to Yahawah, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the nation of Israel. Shalom.